Hello lovelies, Cory here and welcome back. I'm on my phone today because computer issues, right? But I wanted to hop on here because I got this lovely beauty in the mail today and I just needed to share it with you, and that is the Brady Tarot. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so excited for this deck. So excited seeing it come together. Lovely, thank you, from the artist on the back. Now, I've been watching this whole thing unfold, patiently waiting with a lot of other Kickstarter backers, and seeing the, I guess not really carvings, the etchings of each card as they come to life, and then seeing them get colored in, and it's just a really exciting process. So I'm gonna open this up because this is beautifully bubble wrapped, and this is, you guys, can we just talk about this packaging? Like, this is a stunning, very solid wood box. Look at the details on this. So let me just slide this guy off here, this band. Okay, created by Emmy Brady, and it is just a 78 card deck, but look, this is just like magic. We've got the horn, we have the feather here, little plant coming up out of its root, and then arrow. Oh, it's so amazing. So let's slide that right off. And here is the guidebook and the deck. Just give you a peek. Tucked, and this is like just covered, you know, foam padding here, but it's, look at this little like nest that it comes in. Oh my god, you guys, this is like one of the nicest boxes I have for my decks. Like all out. Oh my god! And the inside of the box is signed. Okay, that like makes me so excited. So here we go with this guidebook. And these etchings are just, they're stunning. They're just stunning. Okay. And then we have the artist statement, created over 18 months between 2017 and 2018. Bulk of the work was done in Denver, Colorado. Carved each image by hand, printed the carved blocks onto paper, and then hand colored those prints. Like, the amount of artistry and dedication and attention to detail that went into each one of these cards. Like, the artist in me just sings, and then the tarot reader in me is like, damn. So impressed. Like, the just the amount of love and pride that went into this is phenomenal, and I applaud the amount of work that this took, and I'm so excited for it. And this is a black and white guidebook. There are a couple pages, as you can see, dedicated to each of the cards here. I don't know if spreads are included. Let's take a look. Mentions readings briefly in the back. Okay. And so we've got one. It just says place the cards, and this is a 6-card spread. And that's it. Okay. You know, which isn't that bad. I mean, most of the information in here is dedicated to the cards, which I really appreciate. And there's lots of little, you know, drawings throughout, which is even more, you know, artist magic packed in here. Now, as far as the suits go, okay, we've got something a little bit different because this is a deck that is strictly animal based, okay? We don't have any people in this deck. And it's not a... It follows the traditional 78 card Rider-Waite-Smith system, I believe, but there are some deviations, right? Some changes to titles, I believe, in here. So do we have, like... No, we do have the Emperor and Empress, the Magician, the Fool, but there are changes to the minor arcana with regard to the court. So we have the daughter, son, mother, and father. Very similar to, in fact, exact of the Wild Unknown Tarot. So if you have that, this is going to follow like the same flow, only animals, and then daughter, son, mother, father, in that order. Now we've got feathers, which is going to be your sword suit. We have horns, which I believe is it's your cups. Yep, it's your cups, okay? And then we have arrows. Wait. I was wrong. Arrows are going to be your dude, you guys. Okay, so feathers suit fire. So feathers are going to be your wands and arrows are going to be your swords. My apologies. I had those backwards because when I think feathers, I think air, and air is traditionally associated with the sword suit. So that was like where my brain went, and thinking, okay, arrow, sometimes you light arrows on fire, right? And so, so I equated arrows with wands, also same shape. Opposite, reverse it. But the horns is going to be water cups. And then for the last one, we have, I think it's roots. We do. So we've got roots. Fundamental quality of the suit. Earth, yes. So roots are going to be our pentacle suit, okay? So we will flip through the cards. And we do have gilded edges, just so that you can see. I'm not sure if that would bother anyone. I like it. It doesn't bother me if it doesn't have it, but I feel like it's a nice touch for a lot of the cards, and then you're not just having to deal with that kind of boring old white. And so we've got a matte finish here. Very lovely. And so here's the backing, which I love because it's reversible if you do read reversals. And so we're starting off with our flip through with the Fool. Find a good spot to put these down. And so one of the things that I love about this is that it's primarily animals here that we're looking at. Oh my goodness, and this owl. Like I said, you guys, there's so much detail. We've got the goddess symbol right up here. We've got the white and the black here of what looks to be, I guess, kind of the cloak that's trailing off. And so you would think of those in the traditional Rider-Waite as the black and white pillars. And then we've got the two staves over here, which I kind of feel also symbolize the pillars. So just like really great imagery throughout this whole deck. Oh, that Empress. So much going on in each card that I feel like you could stare at these cards for hours and still not have the full impact of the imagery, that you could actually probably read this for years and still find something new. All of these symbols here in the Hierophant. And, you know, you would find additional meanings and additional symbolism each time that you read with it, which is just, that's exciting to me. A deck that has so much to teach you that it takes years to get to know it and have, you know, you can kind of even picture in your head all of the different conversations that you would have with the deck. So I'm really excited to do that Hermit. Oh. All of the birds in this deck are just magnificent. And look at that, you guys. This Wheel of Fortune right here. Should have just kind of drink that in for a minute. Ugh, I love this deck already. And I am so excited it's in my hands. But I was going to say, and I distracted myself, was that I can't wait to do a deck interview with this guy. Because I just think the messages that I'll get from it are just... ugh. It's going to be good stuff. Good stuff. Look at that death card. You guys know how I feel about that card. And so again, just like every card, is magnificent, and it packs a punch when you see it too. It's very vivid, and I feel like it just has its own liveliness, its own energy. That Moon card, you guys. Like, I can't. Like, I thought these were gorgeous when I just saw the black and white etchings, and with the color, there's just so much in this deck to love. Okay, and so the first one that we're starting off with, I think, is Feathers. So, or no, this is Arrows. So, Arrows is the sword suit, like we had mentioned. So, for this deck, there are going to be stark keywords here on the bottom, and then you just kind of have to go off of the symbolism. So we have the one arrow here. And also, if you happen to be a beginner reader, this is going to be really beneficial for you, because not only are you drawing from the symbolism, you do have a keyword here to go off of. So, you know, we've got the Ace of Swords, if you will, the Ace of Arrows, and we have Truth. Okay? And just like with this one, Two of Arrows, the Armistice, the Impasse. Yeah, those two are, I would say that's an impasse. So, are not going to get the upper hand on each other today, so. Definitely beneficial there. If you, you know, happen to appreciate the keywords. I mean, I do as far as her imagery goes. It fits in with just kind of how the deck is represented. Oh. Defeat. Look at that, you guys. Wow. So, you know, definitely a combination of things going on here. And I don't think that, you know, if you don't need the keywords, I don't think it's distracting really in any way to what's going on in the image. So I'm okay with it. Oh yeah. And so we have our daughter So this one, so we've got the title up at the top, Daughter of Arrows. That sloth. Our Son of Arrows, our Mother, and Father. And so I find that's actually kind of cool and interesting. So something that differs from if you were comparing it to another animal deck like the Wild Unknown, that, you know, the artist decided not to go with the same animal for the entire court and actually pull in different animals that really had that symbolism and spoke to the heart of that court card. So I do appreciate that. Ooh. That is a powerful Ace of Wands, you guys. Look at that. So overall, just very excited about this stack and the different use of animals. And the scene too. Like, there's a scene here. We've got, you know, the Five of Wands that conflict. She's got rivalry down here. And these two are duking it out, I presume, for territory. And I think they're salamanders. So it's just kind of, you know, we've got that cohesive vision there. It's very active in the moment. Yeah. And I really dig it. If you guys couldn't tell. Ooh. Yeah. That's kind of a bummer, because that prairie dogs, he's done. And so even as intense as some of these images are, I feel like there's a lightheartedness there that's really amazing as well. And so I will leave all of the information for this deck in the description box. Hopefully there are some left. I do know that she did a show in Colorado and sold some decks there, but I don't know how many extras were printed. And I don't know if there's going to be an additional run or how future orders are going to go outside of the Kickstarter. That is a gorgeous Five of Cups. Feel like you can really see the heart of a deck through the fives, because that's the upset, the disappointment usually. Oh, just great stuff here, you guys. Dragonfly. So just really amazing imagery, color. If you like all of this stuff, then you're gonna love this stack. Definitely one worth getting, especially if you're wanting something with a bit more, you know, animals, less humans. So now we've got our roots here. Oh. Okay. I love that Three of Pentacles right there, you guys. That is stunning. And that's partially what I love about animal decks as well. They give a different perspective because you can't depict the animals in a typical way that you would depict a human. So again, if we go back to, because I love this card so much here. So the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Roots in this deck. Typically, you would see, especially in a Rider-Waite-Smith system, somebody who's very miserly, kind of holding on to coins. And even if you were going to do like a more traditional symbolism deck, you might, but with animals, you might depict like a dragon, you know, like Smog hoarding a whole bunch of gold, right? In that sort of kind of miserly way. But from the perspective of this little armadillo here curled up into the ground, you know, you're seeing it from a position of sort of, you know, the perspective that, okay, in the animal kingdom, money isn't necessarily currency. Energy, however, is currency. You know, hanging out down here in the winter, hibernating, storing your energy. You know, we've got preservation here, preserving what limited resources that you have, especially all through winter. That's a great viewpoint to come from, especially if you're looking at things from, or if you're wanting to look at things from a more nature-based perspective. The animal kingdom just has so much to teach us. So definitely great stuff. And then, you know, even looking here too, the scarcity with the 5 of roots, you would typically see, you know, yes, we have animals trudging through the snow, and in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see 2 figures kind of, you know, hobbled in their own way, trudging through the snow, but behind them is a stained glass window, and that, you know, thought process of hope. These guys are trudging through the snow as well. They're, you know, fur's coming off, they look half starved, but you see down here, we've got little seeds with the promise of spring hiding underground. And that's your stained glass window. Your hope. That if you just, you turn the corner, you'll be able to access the resources that you need. So just, again, like, I feel like everyone should have at least one animal deck. And I highly recommend this one. If you're going to get one, and only get one, because this is just, seeing this come to life. I think that's one of my favorite things about backing decks on Kickstarter. Oh, I love that 10. It's just seeing, you know, these images transfer from sketch to actual etching, then to colored in, and now a solid card in my hands. And being able to finally work with it rather than just, you know, looking at the images online. I think that's the most magical part of it. So, amazing deck, you guys. I'm so excited to work with this. Again, all of the information on this beautiful deck is going to be in the description box below. And if anything, just this entire like set is put together so well, down to the box, and it's got a magnetic closure. I don't know if you saw that. So when you slide this guy into place, if I can put the lid back, you can hear this snap, and then it's in, right? And you actually have to pull it to get it to open. So amazing craftsmanship all the way around. Very excited to finally have this in my hands after waiting not so patiently over the past year for it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little walkthrough. I am going to go play with this lovely now, and I hope that you guys are having a fabulous week, and I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, lovelies, blessed be.